As of now, are there any specific plans the team has as far as any protests before the game?
We've talked about it. And we've discussed it with Utah. It hasn't been a decision made yet, but we're still talking about it. And anything that we do is going to be a unified thing. It's not going to be us, or it's not going to be Utah. If we decide to do something, it'll be both teams together.
What's up, Coach? This is Will Guillory from The Athletic. I'll go ahead and break the Zion ice. So how much was he able to do today in practice, and have you guys laid out a plan for how you plan on using him in the first game?
He practiced some. We didn't do a whole lot today because it was a little bit of an easy practice, but he participated in the practice and done some things. It's going to be a game time decision. We'll talk about it again tonight. We'll talk about it again tomorrow. Obviously, it all depends on how he's feeling, but it'll be something that's going to be a game time decision anyway.
Christian Parker, you said it was light practice. Was there any 5-on-5 or anything like that?
We did some things, but wasn't a lot of contact today, no. But he did participate in the practice, as I said. There was some, PD work at the end, where there was contact, but for the most part, we didn't do a whole lot of contact in the 5-on-5 situation.
Oh, big toe!
David, go ahead.
Alvin, David Aldridge, man, how are you?
All right, how you doing, Dave?
I'm all right. You have to kind of juggle so many different balls with Zion coming back in terms of minutes and everything. We're still trying to make a playoff push as well. I mean, obviously you're going to play him when he's healthy. We all know that. But how do you kind of, once he is healthy, factor in minutes and how many per quarter you think would be a good place for him to play?
Well, that's something that I would leave up to the medical staff. Obviously as a coach, you want him out there as much as you possibly can have him out there. But we have guys that are better equipped to make those decisions than I am from just a health standpoint and a minutes played standpoint. And so it'll be collectively something that's done by sitting down and talking about it, trying to figure it out. If he does end up playing.
Christian, go ahead. Hey, Coach. Christian Clark, one more time. As far as precedent for just attention on 19, 20-year-old rookie, you might even have to go back to LeBron. How do you just think Zion has done just dealing with kind of the circus that comes with this?
I think he's a very mature kid. He's a 20-year-old kid, and I think a lot of times we forget about that, as we did with LeBron. These guys are still kids. He does what all the 19 and 20-year-old people do. So I think we've got to be a little bit careful about, adding all this extra things on his shoulders. He's here to play. He's here to have a good time. Hopefully he'll be healthy enough to play, or in conditioning enough to play. But other than that, we should treat him like a 20-year-old. That's what he deserved to be treated as. But he handles it great. He's a very, very mature kid. His parents have done a great job with him as far as being able to face this and do it in a real positive way, really, I think.
Hi, Coach Guilherme from Brazil. Do you believe that we're going to see some tactical innovation between the teams on these city games, or was the time too short for any significant change?
Oh, I think everybody would be pretty much solid. We approached it as it wasn't a training camp. We just said that we had a hiatus from the season and we're going to pick off where we left off. And so pick up where we left off. And I think that most of the teams are going to approach it that way. There's not a whole lot of time to make significant changes or in philosophy or anything that you would do in these situations. So I think you're going to see teams really play that they would play if the season was still continuing on.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Hey, Coach. Sorry. Coach, it's
Come on, man.
Go
ahead. What do you want to ask now?
Well, I have a lengthy question for you, but I'll pass on it if this is happening right now.
No, I'm leaving. He's going to talk, okay? So it's been great. Love you guys. And so here, you got 6 minutes and 30 seconds with him, and that's it, okay?
6
Then
minutes.
he's done, okay?